expected questions of Quant, as they are the questions which are being designed by IIM Indore itself. So before we start, please everyone mark your attendance, mark your presence, be quick. Be quick, mark your presence. Okay, so let's start. So in question number, okay, so first of all, few important announcements are there. So CAT 2020 final revision is going on with Gradeup. So those who still haven't joined, please have a look at the revision series playlist. So we are discussing most expected questions for Quant, Verbal and DILR. Mock test analysis is going on, day-wise revision of all important topics is there. We are also going to discuss strategy to attempt the exam. Good evening, good evening. So we are discussing questions which have appeared in various exams prepared by IIM Indore. So the timings for the session is every day at 5:30, 7 and 9 p.m. Right. So you need to subscribe to our channel and please stay tuned on Gradeup app. So right now there is a message which is being shared by Subhan. So you guys can also join us on Telegram. So those who still haven't joined, please click on the link and join us on Telegram. Right. Good evening, Tex. Good evening. Tex, what is your name? What is your actual name? Okay, so let's move on. So another important announcement, guys. Please be online the moment after you are done with your shift. So the students who are done with first shift at 10:30 will be having their analysis at 10:45. Students who are done with their second shift will be Harsh. Okay, Harsh. So shift 2 analysis will start at 2:45 and shift 3 at 6:45. So it is very important for each and every student to join us on the respective timings so that you get to know what is coming in CAT. So students who are going to appear in shift 3, they can take maximum benefit of these discussions, right? So they will be having proper clarity about what all came in shift 1 as well as in shift 2, right? So please, you need to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned on Gradeup app. So the link which is just shared, right? So click on the link which is for Telegram group so that you all are getting required updates. Good evening, Aninda. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so let's start. So here in first question it says a chord is drawn inside a circle such that the length of the chord is equal to the radius of the circle. So let's say if this is the radius of the circle, so we are going to draw a chord of the same length. So if radius is r, this is also going to be r. Now two circles are drawn, one on each side of the chord, each touching the chord at its midpoint and the original circle. Okay, so let me make a bigger circle for better clarity. So let's say this is the given circle. So this is the radius of the circle and let's say this is the chord. So now two circles are drawn, one on each side of the chord, touching the chord at its midpoint. So this will be one of the circle. So center of this circle will be below this center. So let's say the original circle has a center at O. So this is a new circle whose center is at A. So this will be the radius of this new circle, right? And another circle is drawn here, which is also touching midpoint of the chord, right? So I am taking its center as B. Okay, so then he says, let K be the ratio of the areas of the bigger inscribed circle and the smaller inscribed circle, then K equals. So basically we are required a ratio among area of bigger circle to area of smaller circle. So we already know that this entire length is going to be a radius of the bigger circle, right? This is also radius, this is also radius. So I am taking this as C, this as D. So triangle DOC is going to be an equilateral triangle because this much, this side are radii, and length of chord is equivalent to the radii. All three are RRR, so it being equilateral, this entire angle is 60 degree. So when we will join center of this circle, which is at O, right, with the center of the smaller circle, this entire line segment is again a radius of the circle which measure R units, right? And because it is passing through the midpoint of CD, this line must be 90 degree here. So this much of angle comes out to be 30, this is 90, this is 60. So in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, I have discussed it many a times that opposite sides are in the ratio 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So the side opposite 90 is R. The side opposite 30 degree, we already know it's R by 2. So we can say the side opposite 60 degree must be R into root 3 by 2. So now this is O and this is the point of contact, right? So this, let's say OX is known to me. Now this is equivalent to root 3 by 2 into R. And I know, let this point be Y, which is OY. OY is equivalent to radius of the circle, which is R. So XY is going to be diameter of the smaller circle, which comes out to be R minus root 3 by 2 into R. So guys, please check it out. This part is clear to each and every student that diameter of the smaller circle comes out to be R minus root 3 by 2R. So once this is clear, we can move on to next one. Harish, mine is third shift. I am in third shift. So please check this out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. This much of data is done. Okay, so diameter of smaller circle is R minus root 3 by 2R. So radius of smaller circle, so I am writing S here, comes out to be half of the same, which is R minus root 3 by 2R. So now I am required a radius of this bigger circle. In order to find a radius of bigger circle, I am required this much of length. So let me draw another circle for better clarity now. So this is center of the original circle and this is the circle whose radius is now required. And here we had the smaller circle, its radius is now known to me, right? So now this is going to be the center of this circle. Now in order to solve it, we need to calculate this much of length, which we are already done with. It is root 3 by 2R. So if we know distance between the centers of these two circles, my job will be done, right? Now in order to do the same, if this much of distance is root 3 by 2R, right? And this is, just give me a sec. This is O, this is A. So if we join this as well, and let's write this value as x, and let's take this value comes out to be y, right? So ox plus this y, which is x plus y, is nothing but a radius of the circle, which is r, and y is the radius of bigger circle, which we are y is the radius of this bigger circle, which is with dotted line, which we are required, right? Now, in order to calculate this value of x, I already know this much of value here. It is xy, which is r minus root 3 by 2r. So that will be of no use to me. Just give me a sec. So this is x, and this is going to be root 3 by 2r. So we can say y is equivalent to this x plus this root 3 by 2r. And out of this, y is equivalent to r minus x. Because y is same in both the cases, so we equate these two. It gives me r minus x equals x plus root 3 by 2r. So it will give me, when we take x there, 2x equal r minus root 3 by 2r, or this x is equivalent to half of r minus root 3 by 2r. So the value of y is r minus x. So the value of y comes out to be r minus this entire value. So I'm going to open the bracket 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 4 into r. So r minus 1 by 2r comes out to be half of r, and if we take half common, it becomes r plus root 3 by 2r. Now radii of both the circles is known to me. This is of smaller, this is of larger. So ratio between areas comes out to be pi r square. So for bigger circle, it will be pi into 1 by 4. Again, we can take r common here into root 3 plus 1. So I am writing it as 1 plus root 3 divided by, again, square of this along with pi, 1 by 4, r common. So there is 2 also. So 1 minus root 3 by 2. And there is a square as well on this. So I am writing square. So this entire term gets cancelled out. So the leftover value, when we take 2 as a LCM, so 2 square in the numerator denominator get cancelled out. It results in 4 plus root 3 upon, not 4, rather 2 plus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3 whole square. Now we just need to rationalize the term in the denominator. So when we rationalize it by multiplying with 2 plus root 3 upon 2 plus root 3, so denominator becomes 1 and numerator comes out to be 2 plus root 3 raised to power 4. So I am going to close my video. I need more space to write. So it becomes 2 plus root 3 raised to power 4. So once we take square, it becomes 4 plus 3, 7 plus 4 root 3. Again, when we do square here, it is 49 plus 48, which comes out to be 97 plus 56 root 3. So the correct answer option is D. So it's a bit typical question, right? So if I talk about the exam scenario, so this is one question which ideally should not be attempted, right? But वो थोड़ा सा देखने के बाद ही आपको समझ आएगा whether it should be done or it should be left out. So guys, please check it out thoroughly. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Sanyukta, the term in the denominator here, when we rationalize it, so it will be 2 plus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3 into 2 plus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3 whole square. So this is plus. So 4 minus 3, because a minus b, a plus b is a square minus b square. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So leftover will be 2 plus root 3 square to the square, which is to the power 4. Is it done, Sanyukta? Good evening, Reshma. Hi, Ayush. So देख लो एक बार सभी को क्लियर है ये क्वेश्चन. आज के क्वेश्चंस थोड़े से टिपिकल हैं एज कंपेयर टू प्रीवियस क्लासेस. Okay, so let's move on. In second, it says points P, Q, R, S are taken on the sides AB, BC, CD and DA of a square ABCD. Such that AP is to PB equal 1 is to N. So let's say if I take P somewhere here, so this ratio is 1 is to N. Then BQ is to QC is also 1 is to N. So the place where I have taken P, I must take Q at the very same place. So this ratio is 1 is to N. Then CR is to RD is again 1 is to N. And DS is to SA is again 1 is to N. Then he says the ratio of the area of PQRS to the area of ABCD is. So when we will join this PQRS, it is again going to be a square. Because we can clearly see all the sides of this are going to be equal. So if I assume AP to be 1, then BP comes out to be N. So this BQ is 1, this is N, this is 1, this is N, this is 1, this is N. So side of the square comes out to be N plus 1, right? Side of square ABCD comes out to be N plus 1. So area of ABCD will be N plus 1 whole square. Now I am required area of PQRS. Because this side is N, this is 1, this side comes out to be N square plus 1 under the root. And area of this square comes out to be square of this term, which is N square plus 1. So the correct answer in this case comes out to be C. So here the only role is of to understand that we need to take the values as 1 and N. So wherever you are keeping P on AB, on the very same pattern, we need to keep Q on BC or R on CD and so on, S on AD. So that positioning is very, very important in this particular case. And then the question becomes easy. But if this positioning is not clear to me while solving question, if we keep on struggling that where to keep this PQRS, then the task will be difficult here. All right. Okay, so here it says on a circular path of radius 6 meter, a boy starts from point A. So let's say here is point A. Starts from point A on the circumference and walks along a chord AB of length 3 meter. So he walks along a chord of length 3 meter. He then walks along another chord BC of length 2 meter. So I am keeping BC bit smaller than AB. So this is 2 meter to reach point C. The point B lies on the minor arc AC. So this is going to be the major arc, which means point A and C have not crossed the diameter of this circle. Right? So if this is the diameter of the circle, point A and C have not crossed this point. Right? So now this is the minor arc where B is located. So radius given to me is 6. So this is 6. This is also 6. So if I join this, this is also 6. Or if I join this, this is also going to be 6. All these are radii. Then he says the point B lies on the minor arc. The distance between point C from point A is. So we are required to calculate this much of distance, which is the length of AC. All right. So now in order to do so, in order to find length of AC, there should be some more information that we need to extract out of the given scenario. Right. So right now, no angles are known to me. Only 2 and 3 are the two sides that are known to me. So we need to figure out if we can find few angles here. So this is 6. This is also going to be 6. So I am going to write this as point O. So in triangle AOB, right? In triangle AOB, these two sides are 6 and 6 and this is 3. And if I write this angle as theta and we apply cosine law. So let's see if we can find this angle theta. So cos theta comes out to be 6 square plus 6 square. So 36 plus 36 will be 72 minus 3 square, which is 9, upon 2 times 6 into 6, which is again 72. Right, so 72 upon 72 is 1, minus 9 upon 72 is 1 by 8, which comes out to be 7 by 8. So we cannot find the value of theta out of this. So if I take this angle to be alpha, so this is 6, and this side is now 2. Right, so the only difference here will be that this will be 4, and now it will be 4 upon 72, which gives me 1 minus 1 by 24, which is 23 by 24. So I cannot even find the value of alpha in this case. So this cos theta thing is not going to work. All right. So if we can find one of the angle, so then basis on the same, we can find many more angles here. So like if I say that this angle is theta, angle ACB is theta, right? Then using this information, we can also find this angle in terms of theta. So if this is theta, this must be 2 theta. Likewise, if this angle is alpha, we can find this angle must be 2 alpha. All right. So in order to use the information now, as we are required length of AC, if this angle is theta alpha, this is theta, so this angle must be 180 minus alpha plus theta in triangle ABC. This is alpha, this is theta, this is 180 minus alpha plus theta. Right. So if I have to use cosine law in this case, if I apply cosine law in triangle ABC and in triangle, let's say AOC, both the triangles has AC as one of the side. All other sides are known to me, and this is 2 theta plus 2 alpha, and that is 180 minus alpha plus theta. And then we need to think that can we cancel out these values somehow, right? Or we can apply cosine law in this triangle separately and cosine law in this triangle also separately to find the value of cos theta and cos alpha that we just found here. All right, so if I apply cosine A plus B in triangle ABC only, it gives me cos of 180 minus alpha plus theta is equivalent to 3 square plus 2 square, 9 plus 4 is 13, minus of AC square, so I am writing AC as x, divided by, it will be twice of 3 into 2, which comes out to be 12. Now cos 180 minus lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant cos is negative, so this comes out to be minus of cos alpha plus theta, which is equivalent to 13 minus x square upon 12. So again I am going to close my video. I am required more space to write. Good evening, Ranjana. Good evening. So now in this triangle, I have already found the value of cos 2 theta now. Please keep that in mind. If this is theta, this is going to be 2 theta. We have found cos 2 theta is equivalent to 1 by 7 by 8. And in this triangle, we were able to manage the value of cos 2 alpha, which is 23 by 24, which we have cancelled out here. All right. So now by using these values and these values, we can definitely find the value of x now. So guys, do you remember the formula of cos alpha plus theta? Guys, do you remember the formula of cos A plus B? Okay, you guys do not remember. Okay, so cos A plus B equals cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. On the other side, with this only information, it's not done. We are also required the value of cos 2 theta. So anyone among you, if remembers the formula of cos 2a, guys, anyone remembers the formula of cos 2a? Right, Vignesh, right, Harish. हरीश ये क्या लिख दिया तुमने, गलत लिख दिया हरीश, that's wrong. Okay, now cos 2a is equivalent to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So here it will be 2 cos square alpha minus 1 equal 23 by 24. Alright, so 1 will be added on the other side, 2 comes to the denominator. So cos square theta comes out to be 7 by 8 plus 1 is 15 by 8 divided by 2 becomes 15 by 16. Likewise, in that case, 1 plus 23 by 24 comes out to be 47 by 48. Using these two, we also have to find the value of sine square theta, because cos square theta and sine square theta add up to 1. So this will be 1 by 16. So sine square alpha must be 1 by 48. So on taking square root, cos theta comes out to be root 15 by 4. So I am replacing cos theta by root 15 by 4. And cos alpha comes out to be root 47 by root 48. And root 48, guys, is going to be 4 root 3. So minus it is sine alpha, which is going to be 1 upon 4 root 3. Into sine theta is 1 by 4. So there is a negative sign outside. So I am going to handle it on the right hand side. It is x square minus 13 upon 12. Now this 4 into 4 root 3 can be taken out common in the denominator. So that becomes 16 root 3, and in the numerator it will be root 47 into root 15 minus 1. So this 12 will come in the numerator, and this 13 will come as an addition here, which is equivalent to x square. So now this is no longer a question which can be done orally. Is it done, guys? Just check it out. Alright, so here the only problem is that yes, all concepts are covered in this one problem only. So this question was an IPM, I think. It's not CAT ka question, I am damn sure, because all the higher maths is being used here. Alright, so we need to simplify it for the value of x then. So I will leave it here only, because again, such a question doesn't make any sense which should be attempted in the paper. Right, I hope the gist is clear to each and every student that how the question is to be done. So the calculation part is going to be even more lengthier now. So although we can do a bit of approximation, right? So but right now leave it. Okay, so here it says the area enclosed by the curve 2 times mod x plus 3 times mod y equal to 6 is. So here we just need to plot graph of this. So it is going to be if x and y both are greater than equal to 0. So equation will be 2x plus 3y equal to 6. So when x is 0, y comes out to be 2. And when y is 0, x comes out to be 3. So there will be 4 such triangles on all the sides. And area of all the triangles is going to be the same. So let's calculate it for 1 and multiply it by 4. So area of this triangle will be half of 2 into 3. So 2 and 2 get cancelled out. 4 into 3, answer comes out to be 12 square units. Right, Harish? So this question is very easy. So this is something which in actual at times happens in exam also. So if one of the question is speed breaker, you can leave it and move on to other questions which are going to be maybe very easy. So that will save a lot of time of ours in attempting it. Yes, Kumar, those questions were very long. That was the only thing that strikes me, Purushottam. Right, so that's why I skipped it. So it doesn't make any sense attempting such a long question. Although we solved entire part, only final value is to be found. Right, so I hope the concept is clear to each and every student. That's it. So in IPM, questions comes wherein like higher maths is required. Although while in CAT, we are not required higher maths. So this is a typical CAT question. So it sounds good. Okay, now let's do it. So 2 points on a ground are 1 meter apart. So let's say there is a point A and there is another point B which are 1 meter apart. If the curve moves in the field in such a way that its distance from the 2 points is always in the ratio 3 is to 2, then the curve moves in a straight line, the curve moves in a circle, the curve moves in a parabola, or the curve moves in a hyperbola. So from the language itself, the movement hyperbola is introduced. It is no longer a CAT question, right? Because in CAT, there was not even a single instance wherein a term like hyperbola ever came. Is it done? But still, there are other three terms we can always think about, right? So guys, can you think of what is the answer in this case? Good job, good job. Okay, all right. So now this is another very typical question of again maths, right? So it is not a question of you can say this aptitude only, right? This is not a question of aptitude, and its proof is going to be very lengthy because in this case we need to study locus of this particular problem, right? And in this case the answer comes out to be that the cow will move in a circle, right? So the cow will be stationed somewhere here who will move in a circle such that the distance between these two is in the ratio 3 is to 2 always, right? So here the positioning also going to matter a lot, right? So there is no point solving this if it comes in not concept of physics, Ayush, not a concept. Yes, this is a standard question of NCRT, but it is not a CAT level question, right? It is not a CAT level question. So let's move on. Here it says, given that cos x plus cos y equal to 1, the range of sin x minus sin y is. Hmm. So again, it involves concept of higher maths, right? So it is again not similar standard question, straightforward question. आज सारे क्वेश्चंस आई थिंक हायर मैथ्स के डाल दिए. चलो लेट्स सॉल्व इट. At least it should be done. So let's assume sin x minus sin y is equivalent to k. In order to find the range of sin x minus sin y, effectively we need to find the range of k in this case. In order to solve it, we need to square both the cases and add them. So square of this comes out to be cos square x plus cos square y plus 2 cos x cos y. And square of this comes out to be sin square x plus sin square y minus 2 sin x sin y, which is equivalent to 1 plus k square. So now cos square x plus sin square x adds up to 1. Cos square y plus sin square y adds up to 1. So this becomes 2 and there is a 1 here. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Plus we can take 2 common out of these two. So cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. We just applied it in the previous case. It is equivalent to cos of x plus y, which equals k square. Now in this case, we just need to observe the maximum and minimum value of cos theta. So cos theta lies in the range -1 to +1. Right? So still, instead of solving it like this now, because there is a square, we need to take it like this. K is equivalent to plus minus square root of 2 cos x plus y plus 1. The value in the square root cannot be negative. Right? The value in the square root cannot be negative. So the maximum value of this term comes out to be 3. Right? So when cos x plus y is 1, its maximum value comes out to be 3. So the minimum value comes out to be minus of root 3 and the maximum will be plus of root 3 because of square root sign. So the correct answer option comes out to be D. So guys, please check it out. Is it done? Okay, so let's solve this now. So here he says sin theta plus cos theta equal to m. Then we are required value of sin raised to power 6 theta plus cos raised to power 6 theta. Okay, now if I square the given equation, it gives me sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta equals m square. So value of this is 1, take it on the other side. So 2 sin theta cos theta comes out to be m square minus 1. In order to find its value, I am going to solve for sin theta minus cos theta. So sin theta minus cos theta whole square can be written as is equivalent to sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta. And we can use this value to put here. And sum of this comes out to be 1 minus it is m square plus 1. So it is 2 minus m square. So the value of sin theta minus cos theta comes out to be square root of 2 minus m square. So their sum is already known to me. Difference we can again find out. So if we add these two, it gives me 2 sin theta equals m plus square root of 2 minus m square. And if we subtract these two, it gives us 2 cos theta equals m minus root of 2 minus m square. So if we square both sides in both the cases, so let's square first of all this equation. It gives me 4 sin square theta is equivalent to m square plus 2 minus m square plus square root of 2 times m into square root of 2 minus m square. So this get cancelled out and results in 2 plus 2m into square root of 2 minus m square. I hope it is clear. Right. So likewise, we can square this also to find the value of cos square theta. So it becomes m square plus 2 minus m square minus 2 into m into square root of 2 minus m square. So this get cancelled out, results in 2 minus 2m into square root of 2 minus m square. Now we can rewrite this equation also. Sin raised to power 6 theta plus cos raised to power 6 theta is equivalent to If we do cube of sine square theta plus cos square theta, that is equivalent to sine raised to power 6 theta plus cos raised to power 6 theta, plus it will be 3 sine square theta cos square theta into sine square theta plus cos square theta, right? So please check it out. If I write a plus b whole cube, it is equivalent to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So I am taking a and b as sine square theta and cos square theta. So whatever I am adding, the very same value must be subtracted also. So the very same value should be subtracted because this is 1. So I am only writing minus of 3 sine square theta cos square theta. Now this entire value becomes sine square theta plus cos square theta whole cube, which is equivalent to 1. Now we have the value of sine square theta cos square theta. We can put here and we can solve now. So this value now comes out to be 1 minus 3 times. So sine square theta will be this upon 4, right? So 2, I am taking common, 1 plus m into square root of 2 minus m square upon 4, and cos square theta will be, again I am taking 2 common here, 1 minus m into root of 2 minus m square upon 4. So 2 and 2 get cancelled out, results in 1 minus 3 by 4 into, it is a plus b, it is a minus b, which is a square minus b square. Hence it results in 1 minus m square into 2 minus m square, right? So now we need to open the bracket to simplify it further. So it is 1 minus, it will be 3 by 4, which comes out to be 1 by 4. Minus minus, it will be plus 3m square into 2 minus m square. So that 4 is still there. So if we take this rather 1 by 4 now common, it is 1 plus this value. Guys, is it done? So now let's open the bracket to simplify. It is 1 by 4 into 1 plus 3 into 2 is 6m square, and it is minus of 3 m raised to power 4. So we need to check which answer option will satisfy this. So this is the only answer option which will give me m raised to power 4. So the correct answer option comes out to be D. Good evening. I have converted this equation, Harish, right? I have converted this equation here. First of all, we found the value of sine theta, then we found the value of cos theta. On squaring these two, we found sine square theta, cos square theta, and then I modified this equation by adding this value and subtracting this value, right? And this value comes out to be sine square theta plus cos square theta whole cube. Is it done, Harish? So these are the extreme cases. I think they have given extreme questions in this PPT. So this is beyond expectation. Exam में इतना lengthy नहीं आता है, right? So these questions are from IPM. We should not be expecting these type of questions. Okay, so let's do it. So I think they have followed a strategy. एक difficult, एक easy question. Yes, this is something expert level. This is beyond expectation. This is expert level. Right. So we will try कि paper भी easy आए. Yes, Purushottam, there are questions. So yes, Utkarsh, yes, always, everyone can. It's no big deal. कैट का पेपर बहुत इजी होता है. आज हमारा असाइनमेंट, ये मेरा भी टेस्ट हो गया. आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम आई एम सॉल्विंग सच अ लेंथी क्वेश्चंस. Although like even I am not in a habit of solving these type of lengthy questions. So he says for a greater than b greater than c greater than 0, the minimum value of the function is. So we all know that the minimum value of the function, which is in the form of modulus, is always at the middle turning point. So the three turning points are a, b, c, and b is the middle value. So when we will put x equal to b here, it comes out to be b minus a. Because, because b is more than a, so the result is going to be positive. It is b minus a. B minus b comes out to be 0, right? And here it will be b minus c now. Now a was bigger quantity here. Let me rewrite it. So when we are solving for b minus a, right? So b is a bigger quantity, smaller quantity here. A is the bigger one, right? But because of the modulus sign, still it doesn't make any difference. We can write either b minus a or we can write a minus b as the result. So this becomes 0, and here it comes out to be for very sure b minus c. So if we add this, it gives me 2b minus a minus c, which is not in the answer options. But if we add this, b get cancelled out. Answer comes out to be a minus c. So the minimum value of the function will be option D. Yes, आयुष, ऐसा ही होता था कॉलेज में. So अभी भी हमारा वैसा ही पूरा का पूरा प्रैक्टिस हो गया आफ्टर अ वेरी वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. Okay, so this is again easy. So one difficult, one easy is the strategy of this particular sheet. So let's see what we get here. So here it says alpha beta be the roots of this equation. So we can say alpha plus beta comes out to be sum of the roots, which is minus b upon a, which is 1. And alpha beta comes out to be product of the roots, which is p. In other case, gamma delta are the roots of this. So gamma plus delta comes out to be minus b upon a, which is 4. And gamma into delta comes out to be c upon a, which is only q, where p and q are integers. If alpha, beta, gamma, delta are in GP, then find the value of p plus q. So if alpha, beta, gamma, delta are in GP, so let's assume 4 terms of GP to be A, AR square and ARQ. So let's put the value of alpha and beta here. It is A plus AR equals 1, and gamma plus delta gives me AR square plus AR cube equals 4. In order to find the value of R, if I divide second equation by first, so we can take A common and that gets cancelled out. So it gives me A into R square plus R cube upon A into 1 plus R is equivalent to 4 upon 1, which is 4. So this gets cancelled out. So on cross multiplication, we can take R square common here. It is R square into 1 plus R equals 4 into 1 plus R. Let's take this value here. So 1 plus R is common into R square minus 4 equals 0. So 1 plus R into R plus 2 into R minus 2 is 0. So the possible value of R is either 2 or minus 1 or minus 2. Right? So question says P and Q are integers. So if I take R as 2, if R is 2, then I am taking this equation, guys. If R is 2, it gives me 3A equal to 1. So which gives me A equal 1 by 3. Which means if A is 1 by 3, R comes out to be 2 by 3. The value of P is not going to be an integer. Guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear. If R is 2 and A is 1 by 3, the value of P is not going to be an integer because alpha and beta both are going to be fractions. So this case is ruled out. If I take R as minus 1, so let's put it here again. So A minus A becomes 0. So this value is not possible. If we take R as minus 2, So minus 2a plus a is minus a, which is 1. So a comes out to be minus 1. So if a is minus 1, so let's write the values of alpha, beta, gamma, delta. If a is minus 1, so this is minus 1, a into r is 2. Then a into r square is minus of 4. A into r cube is this plus of 8. So the value of p comes out to be minus 2 and the value of q comes out to be minus of 32. So sum of minus 2 and minus 32 comes out to be minus of 34. Hence correct answer option is A. So this is a very, very beautiful question. Typical cat type question. Typical cat type question. So please sabhi dekh lo, samajh aa gaya. If anyone has any doubt in this, please let me know. This question is very, very, very important. Not all questions are lengthy, Priya, but whatever we guys come across, you know my habit, I always solve it. Right? All questions are doable. The only thing is whether they will take less or more time. Right? Each and every question is always doable. Okay, so this says the number of terms common to both the arithmetic progressions is. So in this case, we just need to locate the first term which is common, that is given to me is 5. So the next term common will be 5 plus LCM of the common difference of both the series. So here common difference is 2 and here common difference is 3. LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So the terms which are common between these two are going to be of the form 6k plus 5. So it will be having lesser number of terms. So we should focus here and not here anymore now. So the first term is 5 and all terms will be at a difference of 6 each. So we just need to locate the last term here, right? So if I divide 101 by 6, it gives me 6 ones are 6. So leftover is 4, 41. 6 6 are 36 and remainder is 5. 101 is the last term which when divided by 6 gives me a remainder of 5. So the number of terms in this sequence will be 101 minus 5, which is 96 upon common difference plus 1. So 16 plus 1 answer comes out to be 17, which is option A. So another very important question which has appeared in CAT exam many a times. Right. So we have done it many a times earlier also. So this looks good. Okay. So a die is thrown 3 times and the sum of 3 numbers is found to be 15. The probability that the first throw was a 4 is. So we need to find favorable cases, which is to be divided by total number of cases. Right? So if I'm required A plus B plus C equal 15. And if I'm getting 4 on the first throw, which means on the remaining 2, sum should be 11. And 11 can be formed in only and on only 2 ways, when it is 5 6 or it is 6 5. So we can say there are only 2 favorable cases. Now we have to find total number of cases when A plus B plus C is 15. So if A is 6, sum of B and C should be 9. So that can be 6 plus 3, or it can be 5 plus 4, or it can be 4 plus 5, or it can be 3 plus 6. When on the first dice it is 5, sum of other 2 should be 10 now. So 10 we can achieve by 5 plus 6 plus 4 is 10, right? So 5 plus 5 plus 5 is again 10, or it can be 5 plus 4 plus 6. If on the first dice we get 4, then on the remaining 2 sum should be 11. So that can be found in only 2 ways, 5 plus 6 or 6 plus 5. If we have 3 on the first dice, sum of the other 2 numbers should be, let me stop my video. Sum of the other two numbers should be 12, which can be found in only one way, 6 plus 6. So the total number of cases comes out to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 divided by 10, answer comes out to be 1 by 5. Right, Priya? So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. This is another very typical and important question for CAT. Okay, so that's it. So there is a announcement, save big on CAT and MBA green card. So the 6-month validity is available for rupees 1299 and 3 months validity is available for rupee 799. Upcoming and ongoing courses on Gradeup. So third batch has started on 9th of November. So all CAT 2021 aspirants can enroll in this particular batch. Students who are targeting non-CAT exams like IAFT, TestNet, CMAT, MAT, Maharashtra CT can enroll in this batch. So GK and current affair is also being covered for all these examinations. You need to subscribe to Gradeup Super for 18 months program, right? Only and only CAT or non-CAT students whose target year is 2021 should enroll. All the students whose target year is 2020 should enroll for 6 or 3 months program. So here is our team of faculty members. So out of us we 6 are 100 percentilers. So 1 is here, 4 are here, and 1 of us is here. All right. So 6 are 100 percentilers. All other are more or less 99.9 plus percentilers. So guys, we wish you all very best. Do well in exam. Please keep practicing topic wise quizzes and keep attending all the live classes. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. I have kept the very same session in continuation at 10 a.m. All right. So कल सुबह मिलते हैं at 10. So that is the revision class of Quant. So today we did up to around the time and work. So tomorrow we will try to cover either algebra or geometry. Yes, revision session at 10 a.m. So we are already done with 2 classes. So this will be the 3rd class. Students who still haven't joined the Telegram group, I have just sent the link. Please join the Telegram group. All right. So if there is any communication to be made at this point in time, so that can be done. All the students who are attending the class on YouTube are also requested to join Gradeup official channel. So it is pinned. The link is pinned. So just click on the link and join. No Abhijit, possible cases will be 10 only. All right. Okay, guys. See you. Bye bye. Take care. Good night. Good night. Good night.